Here we have a pre-owned 2023 Mazda CX-30. This one is a 2.5 turbo with the premium package. Machine grade metallic is the paint, and then we have black leather interior. Powertrain consists of a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, made into a 6-speed automatic transmission. This one has a little under 28,000 miles, so we'll be able to actually test this, how it's held up over the past couple of years. Front end here, we do get LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights. Really like the overall look of the vehicle. Sorry about the bird poop that got past me, but love the overall looks in terms of just the body lines, the front fascia, all of that. It's just a really nice look. Down here, 18-inch aluminum wheels. Bose sound system, power door lock controls, one-touch up and down windows on all 4 doors, rear window lock there, power mirror controls. We do get blind spot monitors as well on the side mirrors. Now over here, we can toggle the safety system on or off, and this is the off-road traction assist button, so really good if you're in some light terrain, especially with the all-wheel drive system. It kind of makes your traction control do what it's supposed to in that situation. Now, memory seat functions are here to do that. You want to hit the set and then immediately press the one there, and it'll beep at you twice, and then you can just recall it by pushing either button. Hood release, manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. Here's our power driver seat. We also get power lumbar support here, pretty nice to have. But a huge thanks to Chevrolet, Buick, GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review the CX-30 today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, you want a pre-owned model, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever pre-owned vehicle you might be interested in. Now it's kind of a tight squeeze, as you can see in the second row, and that's how I have the seat back for myself, but it is all the way back. So you can fit 5 people in here if you need to, but me just having longer legs and being a little taller is more difficult to do that. Now the locks are right here. You just kind of put some in there and turn it either way for the child locks. Gas caps there. To the back end, LED tail lamps. And this one does have a tow hitch installed. It's a fun fact there. And then dual exhaust looks pretty nice. But let's go ahead and open the lift gate. That was an interesting sound, but top tethers on the back of the seat there. We can lift up this mat. If I can get under there, there we go. And then there's a strap here, pull this up. And there's the spare underneath there with the Bose amp there. Something just flew on my leg, I about freaked out. And then we have straps we could tie stuff down to. I think I might have interrupted the spider. I feel kind of bad. Yeah, I got spider webs all over me, but I'm leaving that in there. All right, rear passenger seat. If you want to fold it down, push this button here and pull. It'll fold flat when the seat in front is up far enough. And then to the front passenger seat, this one's gonna be manual, 4-way. And that's how you can pull up and scoot it back or forth. Glove compartments right there. Owner's manuals are still in this one. I like how the vents are kind of integrated here too. It's not super fancy, but it does look clean, if that makes sense. As we come back around to the front end, quick look in the engine bay. Whew. 2.5 turbo. That hood got really hot. Now we'll show off the blinkers. So I actually like that. It doesn't flash like that, but I like the design. It's kind of fading in and out. But yeah, those are LED as well, so that's nice. Let's hop in the driver's seat. There's the horn there. And I actually like the animation in the gauge cluster too, if you see that. That's pretty neat how it fades. But leather wrap steering wheel here, you can heat that, buttons right there, but we'll get to that after a while. To the screen here, I might have to move because of the glare. Well, doesn't really help too much. Backup cameras there, guidelines don't move, which is interesting, but they're there to kind of show you where you're going. Now to the actual screen, I'm gonna have to adjust the lighting. Information is there, fuel efficiency. You can check that out. And then for your entertainment, you do get AM, FM, XM, Pandora, Bluetooth, and then you have USB, as well as the smartphone apps there for CarPlay and Android Auto. And then you do get the navigation system here. And pretty easy to use. You can add a destination, change the map view, so on and so forth. And then your settings here. Safety settings. Change the driver assistance system. Your vehicle settings. Door locks, turn signals, all that can be adjusted. And then the actual system settings, you can go in here and change your language, temperature, and then your distance, speed, tire pressure, all of that. Now down here we get dual zone automatic climate control, so we can turn the auto on and then adjust the fan speed to turn that off, adjust either side, cut the whole system on or off here, AC toggles there. And then you get your 3-stage heated front seats and your defrosters down here. Hazards are right there in the middle. Bottle holders are here. For the shifter, hit the brake, pull, reverse, neutral drive, and then you can come over here to manually shift, or you can use the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, which is pretty neat. Now for your sport mode, you can turn that on there, turn it off there. Volume can be adjusted here. Click to turn the mute on, and then you can adjust that, and then you can kind of scroll through radio stations or track lists by doing that. So I actually like how that's made. And then you have a favorites button there. Electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Automatic brake holds there. Sunglasses holder. And then you have your lights here. Sunroof, open the shade there. And then you can slide that. That's how far it goes back with one touch. You can also close it in one touch as well. There's a look at the back seat. A vanity mirror there, nice LED light bulb so you can see. And now to the gauge cluster, change that trip meter here. And I like how it has some digital aspects, but then you still have like the needles there. It's pretty cool. Blinkers over here on the left stalk, high beams, you can flash there, turn auto, and then you have your auto high beams. Push that button to adjust those. Brightness for the gauge cluster can be adjusted here. And then your automatic wipers are here, so you can set that to off. There's one time off, auto, low, high. You can adjust that auto sensitivity right there in the middle, and then your rear wipers here. And pull either way there for the rear wiper fluid, and then you can just pull up for the front wiper fluid. Volume can be adjusted here, mute there, go through your audio sources there, and then you can toggle track list, radio station presets, whatever there. Voice recognition, Bluetooth button, info. This info button goes through the middle part of the gauge cluster, that digital part. You can change the view and all that there. And then for your adaptive cruise, you can turn that on, adjust speed, cancel, and then you can adjust the gap adjust for the cruise there. Push button start. Then here's the key fob. And then the key is in there if you ever need that, but. Oh, almost forgot the heads up display. It's kind of hard to see Here's how bright it is out here, but it doesn't flash like that. That's just how the camera's picking it up. But you do get that here as well. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2023 Mazda CX-30 out on the road for a quick test drive. So starting the test drive in the CX-30 here, pretty peppy car. And there's just something about having a car like this. I like the hatchback feel. I like how it feels very nimble. You still have a hatch, you know, for storage, but just feels like a quick car that's relatively agile. Gonna put it into the manual mode, turn sport mode on. And I'm glad this has some miles on it, which means I'll be able to slow it down and floor it, as opposed to just giving it a slight pull with vehicles that have like 5-10 miles on them. Here we go. So that was foot to the floor, not bad. If I can get this cruise control going. I'm in manual mode, so probably not. Okay. So we have the cruise control on there. And a pretty good ride coming down the road here. And it's very quiet in here. I was kind of listening for something that maybe I couldn't hear, but everything in terms of the ride quality is fantastic. It just feels really good behind the wheel here. And really not something I would hesitate to take on a cross-country road trip, just how it's riding here. And it might just be me, but I love the turn signal sounds with these Mazdas. Definitely top 3 favorite blinker noises. But yeah, it's just very easy to control this, very easy to get behind the wheel and drive this. Really nothing to it. Now, I do want to give one more thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review the CX-30 today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever pre-owned vehicle you might be interested in. But overall, I think this is a 27, 28 grand car, online at least, and it's very impressive in the sense that it's something that has a relatively small footprint, makes it that much more fun to drive, that much quicker because of the weight. Still relatively good room in here, with that being said. Now, I like all the features that come on this Premium Plus here, just having the sunroof, the adaptive cruise, the navigation system, the heated seats, heated steering wheel. There's a lot that you get for the money. And then just the looks that come with the newer body style Mazdas. Ever since that CX-5 came out in like 2019, whenever it was, these just are some of the cleanest looking cars on the road, in my opinion. And the 2.5 turbo, really good performance, in my opinion. It's quick, but it doesn't even like feel as quick as it is. It's not like it throws you back in the seat or anything, but if you need passing power, you have, and then you're still able to get very good fuel mileage with these cars. I like the paddle shifters as well. Just having that availability to just put your foot into it and shift manually. Again, It's one of those things where if you're into that kind of driving experience, you're able to get it. But if you're not, they're up and out of the way for the most part. But I think a really solid car for someone who just wants a little extra space, wants that flexibility of being able to fold the seats down, especially for people that are by themselves, maybe have a pet or something like that. Having the all-wheel drive capability and just being able to take this thing places where a lot of other vehicles can't go, and you're still staying under 30 grand for one of these pre-owned. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2023 Mazda CX-30.